Welcome back to the podcast. Oh my god. I want to thank. Alright, sorry. My cat, Taro, has joined us. And so he's going to be moving a lot of things. That's him right now. I just want to thank everyone who loved episode 2. I'm really happy that, it's going so well and you guys are liking what I'm saying. And trust me, I talk a lot, so you'll definitely hear from me again. I just want to say thank you to all this 42 subscribers that just came randomly. Also to my other subscribers, I love you guys so much. It's so weird knowing that people who aren't my friends are subscribing and listening to me. That's crazy. That is so kind of you guys. Thank you so much. Also, shout out to that guy who said it made me laugh so hard. The guy that was replying to a comment that said I was the most beautiful person in the world, and he was like, "Stop lying," and I was like, so, bro, you made me laugh. Thank you. I think that's hilarious. I don't think I'm the most beautiful. I think I'm pretty attractive. I like to think I'm attractive. I find myself attractive, and I think that's all that matters, is that I think I'm attractive, and no one else is going to not tell me that. So, I mean, obviously people will tell me that if I'm not attractive, but they're not going to change my mind, is what I'm saying. Because, sorry, it's hard to be hot and sexy. It really is. Especially in the summertime, I am feral. My fits look so good. Very femme, honestly. My fits in the summer are definitely very feminine. And then in the fall, you be seeing that they, them. And I love it. I love it so much. Anyways, guys, I dyed my hair. Do you like it? It's a little weird right now and odd because I had these clips in my hair and they crimped it a bit. Hey. And so yeah, so they're a bit my hair texture is a bit different today. I really like it. It's light auburn. I think I am light auburn baby. This is a very pretty color on my skin tone and I really enjoy it. I thought it was gonna be brighter. I'm so happy it's not bright. I would probably explode. I don't think I can handle bright hair. Today I'm drinking this butterfly tea. This butterfly lemonade. It's lemonade and I really enjoy it. I love the color. I love butterfly PT. It's my favorite, I think. I think it's honestly, I really enjoy the colors that it brought. There's a beautiful purple. It's beautiful. I was discussing a bit about YouTube with my roommate Sasha, and I was like, I don't know if people actually want to hear me talk. It's really nice that you guys do, and I enjoy talking to you guys. I'm really happy that this is going so well, even though this is what, a while of me going. I feel now I'm just guys, this is the best. And it made me realize things I could change and things I could fix. Anyways, I actually want to talk about, there's so many things that happened since the last time we talked. I mean, not a lot, but I think it's a lot just because I constantly think things are just happening to me. I went to a Remy Wolf listening party for her new album that is releasing Friday. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge Remy Wolf fan. I love Remy Wolf. I adore her Juno Deluxe album. I think that's her best album. Hot take, that's her best album. She was kind of flopping after that. Love Toro. That EP, it was okay. It wasn't the best. It wasn't Juno the best, but it was good. This new album that's coming out, I don't think you guys understand how much I adore this album. I am so excited. I want to buy the CD. I want to buy every little merch that she has. I freaking love it so much. I love it. I absolutely adore this album, and I think it's like Juno level, which is like what I've been waiting for, and I'm so excited to hear it. She is actually releasing Soup tomorrow at 9 a.m., and I'm so excited! I love Remy Wolf. I love it, I love it, I love it. But yeah, that was really good and fun, and it was at a record shop. I've never gone to a listening party for a pre-release, so that was really interesting. He played it twice, but we left in the middle of it. I went with a friend. I I wish I could like swim in this album. Like I genuinely wish I could just analyze every single bit of it and keep it. But sadly, it was a pre-release. So I have like mixed feelings about that. Pre-release like listening parties, because like obviously it's so much fun hearing it and like being the first ones, but also it's like, God, I don't even have this album in my hands physically. Like, I can't grab this album, I can't like see it or re-listen to it. It's unattainable until it comes out, and I'm so not patient. I just want it so badly. I loved it. I loved it so much. And if you guys are Remy Wolf fans, and you want to be, and you need suggestions, let me know. Hit me up. I would literally tell you, I think Remy Wolf is an amazing like singer. Like, it's so good. Some of her songs flop, okay, but like not everyone's gonna have a good song. So I still love her for that. She has flaws. Whatever. You know what? Someone like asked me what I was insecure about, and I feel like it was like an innocent comment, but I was thinking about that. I don't think I'm insecure about anything about me physically, but like all my like mental and like inside things I feel like I'm insecure about, but like physically I have no insecurities. I have adjusted and loved every single part of my body and every single part of like my personality. Well, I'm working on that, but like I think I'm a really fun, beautiful soul, and I enjoy that a lot. I also was thinking that like, I don't know, I think it's like I had this like weird clarity when I was in high school. Like, I was 18, I was like branching out on like my styles and like who I was as a person, and I think like I've become someone that I can truly be proud of, and I really enjoy the person I am now. But it also like, I don't know, that made me think about my past a lot, and like not many people know about my past. I mean, I feel like that's a heavier podcast video, so like maybe that's like episode 5, like something like that. But like I think I definitely was. I was very insecure when I was like a teenager and I was a kid, like all that stuff. And I never thought of that person to be someone I want to carry forward. I really have grown and branched in such a way that I can set boundaries, and like I'm working on myself for once, and it's really nice, and I really enjoy like my development as a person. So like, yeah, like I think it's so interesting how me in the past is so different from me now. Like, not many people know like P is like not my real name, and the girl that I was before, like I associate her with that name, and like who I am now, I'm P. Like, that's a whole different branch of like of my core. Like, it's wonderful to be P right now, honestly. And like maybe one day like I don't want to go by P anymore, and like go back to who I was in the past. But the way I like to describe these two different people is like as if they're physically two different people. I think the person I was before, I kind of just left her behind, and like I became P and I'm moving forward. But I feel like at some point in my life I'm going to like come back for her, and I'm going to take her by the hands, and I'm going to yank her and be like, girl, come on, let's go. But yeah, like I don't know if that's a universal feeling. Like, do you guys ever feel that way? Like, do you think of yourself like whenever you have like a preferred name, like do you think of it as a third person? Like, are you physically embodying both people? Like who are you is what I'm trying to get. Like, I don't think of her as a burden. I think of her as someone that I'm going to come back for and heal, if that makes sense. Like, I need to be 100% my strongest before I go back and go, we are one person, not two separate individuals. You know what I mean? Like, my past isn't going to affect my future. You know? That's how I feel about that. That's also how I feel about my gender a lot. I like to say I'm non-binary. If anyone does ask, I associate myself non-binary. I think I don't have like a specific gender. Like, I could care less about who I'm embodying. Like, I feel like they all are me. Like, boy, girl, they, them, little guy. That's literally me. Like, who cares? Like, I'm just a little person. And I feel like that took a while for me to adjust to, and feel comfortable with. Like, there are times where I don't feel feminine enough, and like there are times where I feel like, oh, like I'm not like presenting very like neutral, and that's so weird. But also, like, that's not an issue. Like, I don't think I should like focus on that so heavily, just because like I don't fit into like these boxes that I'm like baking up. Like, I'm just like making this up. Like, what am I doing? I don't know. I really do enjoy like how I've come to terms with myself, and that's really fun. I think that's like my clarity since since being single and stuff. Like, that's it's really nice to like realize who I am as a person again, and just like you know fully accept everything about me. Obviously, there's things I'm working on. I'm working on my boundaries. I'm working on it. I'm working on giving myself some time. And what else am I working on? I'm working on just like being a better version of myself. Like, I already think I'm pretty good, but like I can always be better. Like, I could always like branch into a direction where it's a healthier route for myself. Like, I'm working on some things, and I think that's really fun and like interesting to do in your 20s, is that you are constantly improving in your development. And like, I think moving forward is such a beautiful, encouraging like way to live life. Like, I will strive for more no matter what, and I think that's so fun and funky. Like, I love that for myself. I recently went to a bookstore and I got this little journal. It's gonna be my podcast journal. I think I'm gonna like put all my ideas in here, write them down, feel good about myself, like just figure some stuff out. But yeah, like I really think I want to go forward with like posting more, locking in, and like interacting with everyone. Like, I enjoy it. I enjoy the podcast. I think it's such a fun thing to do, and like seeing everyone's comments, and like people are like actually enjoying it with me. Like, I think that's so fun. I do want to have guests in the future. Like, I used to have guests for my old podcast. So the pcast and being in my 20s, they're definitely like they're together. Like, technically, they are a branch from one another. Like, I think being in my 20s is more of, like, a revamped version of the pcast, where I actually talk about, like, myself, I guess, in a way. Like, it is something that is more intimate, in a way. Like, I'm slowly understanding, like, what it's like to live life as a 20, like, being in your 20s. I'm not 20. I don't know why I'm trying to like say I'm 20, but like, if that makes sense, like, that how it is. Like, I'm gonna talk about things that like I've experienced, that like like an example is being like, I went on 2 apartment tours. No one talks about how hard apartment tours are. Like, it's so awkward, and so like it can be so humbling and disappointing. It's crazy. Like, apartment tours are so crazy, and it made me so sad because they were ugly. I didn't like them. I didn't. And I want to move closer to Philly, just because I'm working on my art gallery portfolio, so I can like, be in some art shows and stuff, and like get my name out there, because I think that'd be really fun. So I want to be closer so I can do that. But yeah, I'm going to take a little sip break. It's so good. I wish it was less lemony though. The lemonade is kind of getting me. But yeah, like I really want to explore like my interests more. You know, it's really hard to explore your interests. I feel like when you're a busy gal, like I am balancing work, my social life, and myself. That is, I don't know, those three things so hard. I always like one of them like gets bumped over the other, and I can't handle three, I guess. Like, you know, I can't do it. But I'm working on that. I think that's something I'm working on also. But yeah, it's like, it's terribly hard to balance working full time and then hanging out with my friends and then making time for myself. Like, I find that so difficult for some reason. And I don't know why. Like, there's nothing difficult about it. It's just so hard to like balance it. I think I usually I overdo it and I like overbook myself, but like that's always my fault. But you know, it's hard. I feel like my interests involve like me going out and like I don't know, like there aren't something I feel the need to do, which I really want to work on that in the future. Like I used to read so much and then now I don't read at all. I haven't read in so long. Like I got this book. I've gotten multiple books and I just haven't read them. And that's something I'm very ashamed of. I don't know what to do with that. I just really need to like lock in and like read. Like I'm a fast reader. I can read. Like I can read. But like it's just like the effort of it is gone. And like doing art is also a bit weird right now. Like I love art. I love like thinking about art and all that stuff, but then doing it, I don't know why, but I just can't do it. I don't know. I just think the idea of cleaning up really frustrates me, and that is my only downfall, is that I am lazy. That's probably my top three flaws of mine. I am impatient, I'm dramatic, and I'm lazy. I think those gotta be my top three flaws that I think there are. I think being dramatic is not a flaw in my opinion, though. I think it's really funny when I'm dramatic. I like complain a lot. Maybe complaining is one of my flaws instead of being dramatic. Yeah, I complain a lot, but just because like I think I'm funny, and so like complaining is funny to me. Like I don't really take it seriously, but like yeah. Um, but yeah, like it's really hard to do things because I don't know. I feel like my only enemy is myself, and so like I'm constantly fighting a battle with myself, and it's just so strange. And also, I'm the type of person that really wants people to know I love them by like giving them all of me, and I'm working on like how to like give myself, but also set the boundary where I don't have to do that. So I'm working on that. You know, I got some suggestions from my roommate that I should do my vlogs in Spanish. I've been trying to learn Spanish. I don't know if anyone knows that. I guess no one knows that that isn't like close friends with me. I have been on and off with Spanish. Like I can like understand a bit and like have context clues, but I don't know how to speak it as well. I do a lot better like hearing than talking, so that's interesting. I mean, I feel like that's always a thing for me, but I really want to just learn it. And like she said, the best way to do it is like just vlogging in Spanish, and I don't know. You guys like to hear that? Like I think I'm pretty good at pronouncing things in Spanish. Like I think it's what is it phonetics? I think that's the right word. I think I'm wrong, but like I'm really good at pronouncing Spanish words. I'm really good. But she also only teaches me curse words, so I only know like bad words, and it just like it ruins a lot of things, because people will go up to me and be like, oh, say something in Spanish. I only know one word in Spanish consistently that I say, and it's coño. And I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I know this word, and it's a swear word. What? It's crazy. And it also means different things in different like Hispanic places, so I'm crazy on it. But yeah, like I feel like it's really hard to do my interests sometimes. You know, being alone though, I tend to fall more into when I want to do my interests. I feel like when I truly want to do something for myself that I like, I would do it alone. because I enjoyed a lot better. I don't like worrying about another person's happiness for like my things that I like. I don't know if that makes sense. Like it makes me so worried that everyone has to be happy. So like whenever I would go to like art museums with my friends or something, I like panic and I'm like, "Oh, I can't like stay here and like observe because it's not as like interesting to everyone else. Like no one else like thinks of it in the way that I think of it." And so like I can't stay. I have to keep going and walking. And then I get sad and I'm like, oh no. Because it takes me a while to like process and like to analyze. And I just love to just look at things and like see the detail. I really love detail. It's so beautiful. And oil paintings, especially, I love it. But yeah, like things like that, I'm just like worried about everyone's like comfort and like how they feel. And then I rush it. And then it's crazy. It's terrible. So I'm trying to work on that as in letting myself enjoy my hobbies and like my interests instead of like freaking out about everyone's um, wanting to go with me. I should just go by myself and enjoy it. But it's always really fun to be in groups. I enjoy being in a group and like looking at things with my friends and stuff. But I guess sometimes you gotta branch out and like do it yourself. And I'm nervous about doing that because I'm full of anxiety all the time. My anxiety is like has always been a huge issue for me, especially when I was a kid. It was such a big thing that I didn't even know it existed. Like I didn't know I had anxiety until maybe mm, like high school is when I was like, oh my god, this makes sense. I didn't know I had abandonment issues until like April. So like, you know what about that? Everyone was like, oh yeah, we already knew that. What do you mean you already knew that? I didn't know that. Why didn't anyone tell me about that? You know, like what is that? So like yeah, I'm full of anxiety and full of other issues. So I don't know. I don't know, like it just makes me so overwhelmed and I need to always decompress. And that is why I need boundaries. Because if I don't have boundaries, then would constantly be in this bubble of like pleasing everyone but myself. Even though I do have a good time, I just take too much on myself and it's crazy. But oh, the AC turned off. It's not really hitting lately, the AC. It's been like crazy. But yeah, I feel like that's a lot going on for me is like I wonder so much about the future that I forget about like what's happening right now. I also really do love taking photos and like recording things. So I think maybe in the future I'm going to invest in like a camcorder and like just vlog whatever because I go out a lot just by myself, just running around and like I do a lot of fun things I like to think. Oh, it's Taro. He's right here. Oh, he heard me talking about him. Now he's walking away. Oh, he's cleaning himself. Like yeah, I really want to branch out in media a lot more than art. I feel like I want to combine like all my interests into one. So, we'll see how that goes. If you guys want to vlog, that let me know because actually I'm going to vlog no matter what. I feel like that's also something I've been doing is like I would do things that I like no matter what, despite if no one else wants to see it or wants to do it. It's because okay, listen. You have one life. Why would you just not move forward and do it yourself? Like I think if this is something I like and I enjoy it, why would I just not do it? I should just do it. So, yeah, more of the story. Do it for yourself. You are important. And it's important to just have fun and like enjoy your life. Like I'm truly enjoying my life. You know, last podcast I talked about how I would get punched in the face and say I won't regret my life. I talked about that with a friend and I was like, what was I saying in that? And Adam, if you're listening, this is about you. And he said it was really funny that I said that. So I'm happy that was really funny because I wish like I had a better analogy, but like it made so much sense to me. I feel like this podcast is like very just me spitting out things for no reason. You know what I do enjoy? I played a board game. Did I think last time we talked, we were talking about my board game um, night that I was gonna go to. We played board games, and I really enjoyed playing games. I didn't realize how much I enjoyed it. Wingspan, we played Wingspan. I adore that game. I don't know what is about it, but after playing, I was like, man, this is fun. And Bananagram, I enjoyed that too. I think like just silently doing like things is really nice. And I won third place in Wingspan. Take that out of four. I'm taking it as a win. I love to take my wins. I love. I forgot it did that. I don't. It has never done this before. But there's an update that when I do thumbs up or thumbs down, it makes a little animated bubble. Watch. It's really funny. I kind of adore it actually. I found out about this when Sasha and I were making a podcast about Rick and Morty, and we were getting you okay. So when you are making a podcast about Rick and Morty, obviously you have to get a little drunk for it. Duh. So already I was a little drunk, and I that happened, and it was the best thing ever. But I think I'm gonna call it a day. I think it's gonna be a really short one today, just because I feel as though I don't have a lot to talk about. I feel like there is so much to say, but I don't want to get too deep with it. I just wanted to come up here and say thank you so much for watching, for being here with me, for everyone that loved it. Thank you. I enjoy everyone's comments, and I enjoyed just being around you guys and having that interaction. So interact with me more. I love it. I absolutely adore it. To that one guy that said I wasn't pretty, mwah, I don't know. Thanks. I mean, everyone's got opinions. What am I gonna do about it? I could be like maybe the prettiest girl to him. Well, I guess definitely not to him. I could be like the prettiest person to like someone else, and then the ugliest to like another person. Like, there, everyone's got opinions about it, and you know what? I'm still here. I still think I'm hot, fun, and sexy. So I don't know. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm really enjoying everything about myself. So hopefully that guy watches it and he like changes his mind. Listen, I get it. I might not be the prettiest person, but I have really good charm. Give me a chance. Come on, please. Give me a chance. I beg of